Give me a second or two. How's everyone doing? We got Danny. Hey, Danny. Danny says, I think Yogi is enjoying the weather. It's nice out. A little warm. How's the weather for you, Danny? Lee, how are you? Hey, Selma. Appreciate you guys being here. What do you want to talk about? We will probably, sometime through the course of the live stream, we will probably do some breath work. Guess what I have in my hand, guys? I'll show this again when we get more people in. Mouth strips. This is mouth tape. Hey, JR. JR says, Yogi, I wanted to show you guys. It is not duct tape. You peel this off, you put it right there. So if you actually needed to breathe through your mouth, you got a little ventilation, but the tape holds it shut. But you could use regular old medical tape. Hey, JR, thanks for hanging out. My workout. I appreciate it. Big Al says, evening, madams and sirs. Evening, Big Al. JR says, just did 500 squats. Wow. With 20K on live yogi. Oh, I'm sorry I missed that, JR. I'll try to catch the replay. Good job. How are you feeling? Squats are no joke. No matter the weight, squats are no joke. Yeah, I bet. Danny says, Yogi, it's 83, not too warm. I think it's about the same here. Not too warm, not real super humid. Lee asked Big Al if he had a live chat activated. Did it pop by? Hey, Lee, did you break your fast? Danny says, how did JR? Hey, Lee, you going to be doing anything with, not Lee, JR, you going to be doing anything with Jace again? JR says, how's your day been, Yogi? It isn't pretty good, actually. Got out for 3 walks. Saw some beavers. 2. Saw an owl, which was pretty cool. I did not see a fox. I was hoping to see a fox. I saw some deer. Lots and lots of rabbits. He says, yes, I did, and now I feel uncomfortable. My own fault. It's tough sometimes. Big Al says, hi, Lead. Live chat was off. I can't read chat and play, so I had it off tonight, mate. Jared says, you will for sure. Hey, Lucy. Hey, Lucy, again, prayers. Prayers going your way. Hey, Relaxing. Relaxing says, much love to all. Much love to you, my friend. Danny says, hi to Lucy. Jared says, I saw the owl video, commented on it. Thanks, I appreciate that. Man, I got tons of footage of owls. Actually, from like today all the way through back in the spring. Actually, all the way back in the winter. I have, fortunately and unfortunately, I have about 200 and some film clips on my camera that I need to download. But I have about 500 or so on my phone, which I need to upload. Hey, Anna. Lucy says, thank you, Eric. You're welcome, Lucy. Blackley says, much love and respect for all. Much love and respect for you. Thank you so much. How are you, Relaxing? Hey, JR, Did you know that our friend Anna does 500 squats? Hey, Anna, do you ever take a day off? She does 500 squats every workout. Because says, Lee, you were here last night when I mentioned impromptu streaming. Well, that's what happened tonight. Danny waves at relaxing. Anna says, hi to relaxing. Tara says, what animal do you enjoy filming the most? All of them. Because you never know what they're going to do. There was a squirrel in my parking lot. I don't know if you saw the video. And it just started digging in a little dirt patch and found a nut and then ran away with it. You just never know what any part of nature is going to do, including a flower. Nothing is static. Nothing is still in nature. Everything is already in flux. My triple crown that I want to get, I see it often, but I haven't filmed. 3 in one morning walk is the beaver. I love filming my beavers. A fox. I love seeing fox and owls. I get hawks fairly often, although it's been a couple weeks since I last got a hawk. Galactic says, boring, my friend Eric. Sometimes boring can be okay. Anna says, no, Yogi. How many days a week do you work out, Anna? Hey, Sniper. Lucy's letting us know her dad is in the ER with an infection in his neck. It sounds pretty bad. I'm glad he's getting help, Lucy. Keep us posted as you're able, both information-wise and emotionally-wise. Galactic says, have much love to everyone. I appreciate that, my friend. Sniper says, sending cosmic orders for swift recovery, Lucy Warren's world, for your father. Hey, Lucy, do you need to miss tomorrow? Anna says, you do work out every day. Oh, gotcha. So, JR, Anna works out every day. She does 500 squats. Hey, MK. We got some love from Relaxing. Thank you, Relaxing. Willa says, hey, everyone. Just got some sad news. And I mean, what's up, Willow? Thank you, Relaxing. Thumbs up and prayers. Anna says hi to Big Al. Relaxing says no problem. Danny says, Yogi, how you doing? Pretty good, Danny. I appreciate you asking. I'm doing pretty good. It's a good workout today, good walks, good yoga, good meditation, hanging out with good people. Big Al says, Miss Yogi, can I tell you something important? Yes. Always. MK says, hey, Will, you want to talk about it? You can also send an email or I can start a private live for you. Just something that it's sad, but anyway, life moves on, sadly. Sending you love, Willa. Anna says, hi, Willa. So, I'm sorry for that sad news. He says, Willa, we're all here for you. Well, let's see. Big Al says, well, it's very important to me, and it's very important I tell you, Yogi, but happy birthday and Merry Christmas, and happy Merry New Year. Thank you, Big Al. I miss our happy birthdays. Lucy sending prayers to Willa. Thank you, Lucy. Hey, T. He says, listening only from hospital as my chronic illness has relapsed. As mentioned, T, prayers. Hey, Ronnie. Yeah, it is pretty boring. That's true. And I am old. That's true too. But I take exception with the boomer. I am Generation X. I am um, first wave, Generation X. You should be thanking me. Big Al says, thank you, Miss Yogi. Big Al's crying for tea. Lee says, hey, T, are you okay? MK says, hey, T, sorry to hear that. Anna sending a hug to Willow. T, you've been through this. You know that you'll come through, and you'll come through stronger. Hey, Kat. Kat says, hi, Yogi. Hi, friends. Hi, Kat. Danny waves a bumblebee tea. Ronnie says, that's funny. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Big Al says, yeah, Yogi's channel is the most boring, most worthless channel out there. Yogi only thinks of himself. I'm unsubscribing. Sarcasm, of course. Well, I did spend the majority of yesterday's live stream talking about duct tape. And I did spend the majority of this afternoon's live stream talking about raisins. By the way, I have an argument to refute from Kat. If you take a raisin and you put it in water and cook it, what happens? If you take a lentil, put it in water and cook it, you get a glorious lentil, nutritious, substantive food of joy. See the difference? He says, Big Al, I'm not letting you, Yogi, take the title. Mine's the most boring. Lee, I think you and I are going to have to, we're going to have a boring off. Big Al, let's see. Lee and I are going to go to battle. Who has the most boring channel? Kat says, nope. Kat, the argument has been refuted. A raisin's always a raisin. You can't do anything with it. You put it in a cookie, not only do you ruin the cookie, but it's still just a raisin. Lentils. You can do anything with a lentil. I actually made a scarf once and mittens out of lentils. I actually I built a shack and lived in a lentil hut in the woods for 6 months. What can't lentils do? But they have to be cooked. He says, Yogi duct tape. Oh, never knew he was in a bondage. Why does everyone go there? I'm not the one who brought up duct tape, by the way. And I'm glad you guys are here. Hey, Carl. Carl said hi. I appreciate that, Carl. Guys, our friend Carl is here. And I don't know if you're subscribed. I hope you do. He's got a wonderful channel. He's going to be live streaming tomorrow, 3 o'clock my time, Eastern time. I think that's 8 o'clock Carl's time, if I'm not mistaken, right, Carl? It's such a, you know what the word comes to mind? It's gracious. Carl's a very gracious host. He welcomes you in. He gets to know you. Don't expect to be, modded up for anything, but he gets to know you. And it's a very calm, lovely live stream. I actually really look forward to visiting Carl. Kat says, okay, made you laugh. I'm glad I made you laugh. Kat says, we're going to listen exhausted. Hey, Mike. Mike says, I met a nice Filipino lady that started a new channel and needs help. Any suggestions on how to help her get there? Share her out. You want to drop a link here? I'll subscribe, and I bet very many more people would. Kat says, hi, Carl. Enthusiastic greeting and sends love. Carl is a regular Cat and Jack's morning live stream. And it's always fun. It's always nice seeing him. Cat, unfortunately, I could not I couldn't work with Adam. I couldn't reach him on the WhatsApp. Let's check out unfortunately, Mike, that link didn't work. It brought up your channel again. Danny says, Big Al, can you see Penn's mushy peas for Yogi? I would never take mushy peas from Big Al because he loves them too much. Anna is sending some prayers and a hug to Bumblebee T. Thank you, Anna. Stephen says, Mama Rose Fitness, great name, Mike. He says, sorry, all need prayers, manifestation, and positive vibes that I'm in a calm, quiet bed and a word and not dementia. Hey, Selma, give me a few minutes to catch up in the chat. Big Al says, probably, maybe in the future, possibly in the future. Kat says, that's sad. That's okay, Mike. Big Al says, Yogi, I missed your much. Did I really miss it, though, Big Al? Big Al says, Carl, have you changed your channel name? I believe he has. I don't see a mushy pea comment. I did see that you said possibly in the future. Was that the one? You still got the venison going, MK? Big Al says, so Cat, my beautiful tomato. Cat seems to love the Big Al. There you go. Mike, I am subscribed. I got all notifications. We got you back. Guys, our friend Mike and Venus has dropped a link for a friend of his. He's trying to help her out. If anyone would like to subscribe. That's okay, Mike. Carl says I changed the channel because people were confused about what the channel is. I like this name, Carl. It leaves you open to talk about all the stuff that you love. Jim H says, you're a handsome man. I just like and subscribe. Wow. Thank you for that. Both for those kind words and for the subscription. I would have taken one or the other, to be honest with you. He says, Big Al, do you not like mushy peas? Big Al loves mushy peas. I believe it was Big Al who started the whole mushy pea conversation with us. Someone says hi. Kelma, we'll bring you up in just a little while. Big Al says only a little. My community says I like mushy peas and mashed potatoes. That's a lot of mushed and mashed. It's a lot of mushed and mashed up food, guys. Big Al says, how was your day, Cat? How was your day, Cat? Carl says hi to Selma. Someone says hi to Cat. He says, Big Al, I like them in Fritter from Chippy. I understood very little of that. What is Fritter and where's Chippy? Mike Marlin says mushy peas aren't as mushy as it sounds, by the way. Then they're not mushy peas. They don't call them semi-mushy peas. They don't call them semi-mushed peas. They don't call them could be mushed a little more peas. They don't call them, hey, how come no one mushed my peas? Should I keep going? I think I'm done. I think I ran out. Big Al says, I think it was me, Yogi. And then Jace joined in. Cat likes mushy peas, I believe. Cat likes split pea soup with ham. She would probably eat mushy peas. I just hope she never tells me about it. Man, what happens if Cat tells me that she likes mushy peas and raisins? Raisins in her mushy peas. Guys, I'm literally living my worst nightmare on camera right now. The person who has captured my heart, if she leaned over and said, you know, I'd like raisins in my mushy peas and a side of mashed potatoes. Do you guys hear that? It's the sound of my heart, like just breaking just a little bit, just even thinking about that. Carl is on 476. Is anyone here, again, not subscribed to our friend Carl? You get to see beautiful videos. The Green of Ireland, as well as Trains and Planes. I'm a big fan of trains. All trains. Modern trains, but specifically the older trains. Danny says to Marlon, you could send mushy pea sandwich to Skitosis. Would love it. He would love it, wouldn't he? Marlon says, he's such a drama queen, Yogi. Yeah, you gonna let him talk to me that way? Someone says a little bit. Hey, Soma, do you like mushy peas? Someone says, I'm a queen and Hector my king. I'm glad to hear that, Soma. Lee says, I'd like to run the Amtrak coast to coast. You know what? I'd love to do something like that too. It's a shame that America doesn't have the rail system that Europe does. It's a huge shame because America was built by railroads and then we dropped it. And we went with flight, which is, it's good, but it's not very environmental friendly. Kat says, Yogi is many things, all beautiful. Oh, well, thank you, Kat. Thanks for hanging out, relaxing. Selma says she farted. Never would have known that had you not told us. I would have blamed someone else, Selma. I would have said it was probably Big Al who did it. He says, Selma, open the window, not fair on Hector. Excellent advice, Lee. So, I've been waiting for the right moment. Mouth strips. Not duct tape, mouth strips. You can get these on Amazon. As you can see, it is shaped, it's tape. It's shaped like your lips. You can peel it off, you put it right on your lips. It actually even has a little slit. So if you needed to breathe, you could breathe through. It just lightly closes. And you don't even need this. When I started doing this a long time ago, 10 years ago, how old these are, it was because I was interested. But I quickly went to just using a piece of medicinal tape, right? Not duct tape, guys. Right on. I don't listen to Cat. Cat's very wise, very insightful. But some people are of the belief that duct tape can fix everything, and duct tape probably can fix everything, but it can also be overkill. You don't need it on your. Do not put duct tape on your mouth. T, it's not me. I'm not the one talking about duct tape, even though I'm talking about duct tape. If that makes sense. Someone says blame Big Al. Agreed, Selma. Someone says hi to T. Mike says I need to start writing down ideas I had because a lot of them didn't have the precise technology at the time, but now have come to fruition. That's awesome, Mike. Who did I have a conversation with that? I don't remember. But you should always write down all kinds of stuff. Oh, Brian Lane. Brian Lane and I have been talking about that same thing, Mike. Paul says mushy peas is an English thing. Yeah, it is, Carl. And they're trying to bring it over here, and I don't want any part of it. It's time we defend our shores. Hey, L Dog. Purple VR, I have no idea what that means. Someone says, T, I need your stinger in your butt. Harrison is Ween. Lee is sending hugs to T. Thank you, Lee. Mike says, okay. Oh, dog, it's nice to see you. So, the reason you tape your mouth shut, to reiterate, and on a little more serious note, is to help. It only serves as a reminder. You're not literally keeping the mouth shut. You just want a reminder to breathe through your nose. You can cover it in about 2 weeks and retrain yourself. Here's the thing. Carl says, who's L Dog? L Dog is a friend of ours, has a channel, L Dog of War, Battle Royale. We met him over at Mark and Joe's, over at Gravity Core Fitness. And he's been a really good friend. I love seeing him over at Mark and Joe's, and I really love when he pops in over here. As I love you popping in too, Carl. Mike says now China is making them. Oh, I was thinking about a focused laser beam to kill bugs years ago, controlled by a small CPU like Raspberry or something similar, and now China's making them. I don't think I would let you do that, Selma. So how you would do it, you don't even have to do it at night at first. 20 minutes during the day. Put on a little piece of tape, slim little piece, and carry about your business. Carl says, I'm a stranger. I've known you for a little while, Carl. Probably about a year, right? Maybe longer. I know I met you over at Mayhem and Miracles, over at Masha's. And also remember, I used to see you quite frequently hanging out on Optimobs. Sunday night live stream. That was a fun time. I always enjoyed that. They don't do the Sunday nights anymore. Skid says, you're getting it wrong, Yoster bro. It's L Doggy Dog. Okay. But that sounds wrong when I say it. L Dog says, yo, Skids bro. There you go, Selma. I endorse that message. And then you can work up 20 minutes, and then the next day 20 minutes, and then do 10 minutes on your lip before you go to sleep. When I did it, I was already breathing through my nose almost exclusively, but I needed to double check, and I wanted to make sure. So I did it just at night, and I put it on. No issues, none at all. L Dog says, Yogi-Wan Kenobi. It's my favorite nickname, guys. Good to say hi to everyone. I am Skits. Skits, I'm sorry I missed your live stream today. Hopefully, Toy Pops will pop in this evening. DC says, loaded skits. Um, Mike Saffin says, someone has a fart fetish. Just show them it's not fair. It's not a fart. It's in a bathtub and try to bite the bubbles. It seems like actually fairly good advice. Carl says there's too many strangers. Well, the wonderful thing is, if we hang out long enough, strangers very quickly become friends. For me, I appreciate that about YouTube. It made some valuable connections. It made some great connections across social media, Facebook, not really on Instagram. Instagram seems so impersonal. It seems like a hey, look at me. Not bashing Instagram or those who participate on Instagram. It just seems hard to get to know people. You get to know people on the surface. On YouTube, it's me and you. You know what I mean? I'm here talking directly to you. You see me. Uh, you see exactly who I am. I'm this way. I am as annoying off screen as I am on screen. Maybe even more so. Carl says, I know friends on YouTube. Carl, I would happily be your friend. And you know what? I do consider you my friend. Uh, Hopefully, maybe someday you'll consider me your friend. And I know Kat absolutely, absolutely thinks of you as a friend. I think Maddie does as well. Lisa says, Mike and Medius are such awesome friends, and I love them to pieces. I have very quickly come to appreciate Mike. I don't know if Mike. I don't know if Venus makes it here. Hey, Mary. Mary says, "Me too, Yogi." Hey, Carl says, "Yes, you do, Carl." There you go. Mary, how are you? Mary says, "Yeah, made it to alive. Oh my goodness, what a glorious day." I'm glad you're having a good day, Mary. Mike says, "I'm not perfect, but you all accept me for who I am." Absolutely, Mike. Kat says, "Well, I consider you a friend, Carl." Thanks, Kat. Skit says, "Hope you're having a wonderful day, Mary, and your chat." Hey, Skits. What are the chances of you recording a song for me to play on Friday? I had you covered, Kat. Someone says it's the most wonderful time for the farts. Some might say there's never a bad time, Selma. Hey, Selma, instead of coming up right now, how about helping me close down in let's see, 45 minutes or so? If you're still here. L Dog says Selma needs to open a window. Probably does. Lisa says she goes on Mike's panel from time to time. Venus is sleeping. Gotcha. Hey, Mary. Thank you for such a kind. Thank you for such the kind. Let me try this one more time. Thank you for such kind words every time I come into your live stream. I very much appreciate that, my friend. Mary says that's the beauty of our community. We just accept each other. We just accept each other, and we got each other's back. Case in point, everyone pitching in to help. Mary had her watch hours in before she had 1K subs, but everyone went to work and helped with Mary. I remember how excited Mary was when she hit it. You know what Mary did? She didn't even rest. She said, okay, on the grind with Nicole. Let's get her there. And relentlessly. Every day, I would see her shouting out Nicole, helping Nicole, asking other people to help her, um, which I was happy to do. Mary, if you want to give me another name, I'll work with them too. Mike says, I enjoy deep thoughts or conversations. Me too. You know what? We've had some great younger people, high school people, show up the last few, hey, Sherber, live streams, the last couple weeks with some really, really insightful, deep questions. Someone says tongue twister. Almost everything I say turns into a tongue twister. Someone says Mary Giggs. How do you feel right now? Exhausted but energized. Mary says, I feel great. Mike says, well, Mary says, Yogi, I just say what I feel, which makes it all the more meaningful. Cher Bear, how are you? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Fart Deer. I don't remember the movie or the song actually going that way, but it's been a while. Wow, Nicole is very close to 4K. I clicked on her. I haven't done a playlist for a while, but whenever I see her live, I have her up. So I will, starting tomorrow, I'll start doing some playlists again. Carl says, no one works with me. So Carl, let me know your goals. Are you shooting to get monetized? I would definitely help. I would definitely do play hours. And I don't know if you've seen my comments. Whenever I see a video, I always leave a comment. I always watch it and I always leave a comment. And I try to get to the live streams. And I'll come in, I'll chat for a bit. I leave you up. So even if I'm silent, I'll have you up and I'm listening. Mary says, Carl, we worked with you, dear. I just can't see your lives because of time of day. I'm usually working. He says, I wasn't fired from my job. I was laid off, but you wouldn't know the difference. So, what is the difference? What do they actually mean, Lee, when they say that you're laid off? I mean, do they try to give you hope that it's a temporary thing? Big Al says, can someone please just quickly check to see if they can see my live from tonight, please? Give me 1 second, guys. Streamed 40 minutes ago is what it says. 1 hour and 13 minutes, 42 seconds. Hey, our friend Joe Hawk is live, and Skeeter is catfishing right now. So, guys, we got options. There you go, Big Al. It's up, seems to be working. Mike says, the more I come here, the more at home I feel with others. That means a lot because I'm a bit of an introvert. I think many of us are, Mike, and maybe that's why we feel so comfortable with each other. Sniper says, Lee, it shows on your TV. Thanks, Sniper. Sherber says, Big Al, it's there. Skit says, Yogi, if you rap Friday, I will sing any song of your choice. My cards are on the table. The difference is, Skits, I can't rap. I've never even tried to rap. Okay, maybe a line or two. Maybe I'll try something on my own tomorrow. I'm going to break out Vanilla Ice and see what I can do. If it sounds even remotely passable, I'll see what I can do. I'm not making any firm promise. Cat says, drive to Cat Adams' house, 321, boom. Hits her house, and that's the message, Cat Adams, and that's the message. What does that mean, Selma? Hey, Sal. So it says, stopping by before my workout. What's on the agenda for today, Sal? Okay, Mary. I got Kadri. He's a friend too, so that's an easy gig for Mary's gig. Hey Mary, some Friday night you want to come up and sing on a live stream? Mike says I was laid off at age 51 from a big corp. Decided to not work and come over to the Philippines to meet Venus and haven't left yet. I remember you saying that. Hey, how long has it been? How long have you been in the Philippines? L Dog says, I love you so much. Thank you, L Dog. Anna says, I love you, Selma. Mary says, you can get unemployment if you're laid off. Is that the same in England? Mike says, Venus, I have 3,623 watch hours. Nice. Well done. I'll try to help get you to 4. Every little bit counts. Yep, Mike, I would definitely help with some watch hours. The guy says, oh, on my phone, it says it's processing, but thanks for checking. Guys, if I missed a comment, I apologize. Remind me in about 10 minutes to take my supplement for the night. Carl says goodbye. Goodbye, Carl. Thanks again for coming in. Very much appreciate it. Hope to see. I will definitely see you at your live stream tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, hey Lucy, I think I asked. I don't remember if you replied or not. Are you going to be okay for tomorrow afternoon, or you want to wait a week? Barry says I love Skeeter. I do too. I love my fishing friends. All the ones that Bob, Maddie, Skeeter, Mike, Thunderstruck. It's been a while since I've seen Justin, though. I need to make a special effort. It says Mike breaking patterns at its finest. Mike says, where'd that go? I'd love to share some music I produced someday also. That's a small thing I feel comfortable doing. Let me know, Mike. Absolutely. That's what I'm thinking about, L Dog. Ice Ice Baby. That's Ice Ice Yogi, says Mary. It can't be that hard, right? Not taking anything away from Vanilla Ice. He wasn't all that good. So can I rap as bad as a bad rapper? That seems like a low bar to aspire to, but that's what I'm shooting for, guys. He says, oh God, no. I think it's the only rap song that I can do. Zipper says, mutual, unconditional, sincere, honest, yielding come to mind. What's that, Snapper? Carl says, friend Dasher is amazing. I'm not familiar with her, Carl. Carl, who is that? Mike says, thank you, you're too kind. L Dog says 10 minutes. L Dog's Yogi rap one would be crazy good. Depends on your definition of good. How are we defining good? Like a good time because it's so bad that it's unintentionally hilarious? I would agree. It says if you're gonna rap like a bad rapper, practice one of my songs, bro. Skits, I love your songs. Guys, have you spent time over at Skits's? Hey, Sebastian. Sebastian says, holla, 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 holla. Zephyr says, oh, mushy, Eric. Let me scroll back up there. An acronym. Mutual, unconditional, sincere, honest yielding comes to mind. That is mushy. Well, well done, Cypher. That was pretty awesome. Oh, I did tell you in here, but I think you skipped it. I'm sorry, Lucy. I will let you know if it's okay. Yes, take all the time you need. I'm sorry I missed it, Lucy. Mike says, invite you all to see me in my true form later. Looking forward to it, Mike. Oh, 7 minutes for my supplement. Thank you. Odog says it would be funny and magical at the same time. Probably highly embarrassing, too. Oh, yeah, over at Skitsis, Mike. Skitosis. Awesome, awesome material. Skits is a true artist. Danny says, yes, Hugo, I was at Skitosis' live. Jason was there. I'm sorry that I missed that. I don't know if I'm going to try to pronounce that, Mike. Kinesis? Kinesis? How close was I? What's going on with no power, Selma? Mike says, okay, going live. Lucy says, no, it wasn't on purpose. Thank you. You're welcome, Lucy. Skid says, I thought that was Yogi's new rap name, Squirrel Bro. Mushy Eric inside. And he says, yes, Yogi. Got that. Skid says, thanks for stopping by, Danny, bro. Mike just subbed. I'm sorry, Selma. That's okay, Mike. Cat says, Yogi, how about reading a Yogi poem? Okay. Something from a book, or I could do a deep dive in my blog. Sorry, guys. I have a cat who is stuck. You okay? Hold on, guys. She's like she's like so stuck. I was afraid I was actually gonna have to take my pants off, to be honest with you. She had dug in. Give me 1 second. A yogi poem or you pick. I just reshared something on my Facebook page. All right. This is in one of my books, but I don't know which one. It's called To Shine. The night burns with a fire from a billion distant stars. Yet this heat rises from your merest touch. The day is alive with the sun's brilliant passion, and yet I am blinded by your briefest glance. There is nothing small from you. With a blink of your eyes, our worlds collide, and I am left unmade. There is nothing hidden from you. You find me in the ash and wish me as a diamond, and I am left to shine in your hand. That was probably written 2000. This was written around the same time. You whisper through my veins, almost soundless, but I listen and respond, my pulse beating echoes only you can hear. I don't think my cat liked that one. She gave a very firm meow. Do two more. All of these were written in the early 2000s. To sit and listen with the river as a breeze whispers secrets across the grass, and birds sing nothing to the air but the carried flight of their expansion. The river moves in stillness while I sit in the quiet motion of my thoughts, listening with the river. Two more. Almost gone, and still your form lingers against the faded day, setting growing in my mind. And here's the very last one. Sorry, cat out for a poem, and here I am reading everything. Um, the night spreads to a blanket of stars and moonlight. We lie on our backs in devotion to the sky. All is quiet in this temple. Opening your hands, you reach into the night as if to call forth the stars, as if to call forth something greater than ourselves. And the grace of this simple, sorry, I'm going to start again. I'm tongue tied. The night spreads to a blanket of stars and moonlight. We lie on our backs in devotion to the sky. All is quiet in this temple. Opening your hands, you reach into the night as if to call forth something greater than ourselves. And the grace of this simple gesture punctuates the silence deeper than we both can know. And into this void, we cast our prayers. All right, that was that. I hope it was somewhat understandable. One second, guys. Kat says that was beautiful. Thank you, Kat. Phyllis says it's nearly midnight. Walk them early. Walk Yoda at 3 a.m. Sometimes I don't sleep. Never have. Mary says Facebook. But yeah, Facebook. Do you have Facebook, Mary? He says I haven't been up this late in years. Too much excitement. Hey, Crimson King. Yogi Bear. No, I do like Yogi Bear though. My cat's got issues. I gotta take my supplement real quick, guys. This is nice to meet you too, Mike and Venus. I hope you guys are going well. Someone says, I love you. I love Yogi. Skitsy, Cat and Jack, Puppy Mommy, Sniper, Eric the Chicken. Me too, Selma, and we love you. Selma loves Willow. Kat says, thank you. Thank you, Kat, for asking. Thank you, old dog. Thanks for reminding me. Very good. Cypher says, take your tablets. Sorry, guys. It did not want to go down. So I decided to spill water all over my face. Sorry, guys. Well, 2000, I was making bass music, like Miami bass beats. 2000, I was 1 year sober. My life was changing. Hey, old dog, thank you again. He says, Selmy is so sweet. Thank you for shouting us all out. It says, Bill Neville, the Honey Monster Wu-Tang Clan. I'm sorry to hear that, Mike. First to your friend and her family. First to you. Mary says, eh? Is that end of Facebook? It says, sorry to hear that, Mike. Kat says, they aren't with Mama. I'm completely lost in this conversation. He says, Mike, condolences. Oh, Lee says, serious note, we miss Shirley. Lee, agreed. Agreed. I hope she comes back in her own time when she wants to. Danny says, I don't want to do a live stream because I don't feel safe. I feel safe doing shorts and posts. Hey, Danny, if you ever decide you do want to do a live stream, if you want to start coming up here to help you feel safe and getting used to it, and then maybe you could invite some of us to do a co-stream with you on your channel to help you feel a little bit safer. I bet you there'd be quite a few of us that would want to help you out. Danny, you are by far one of the kindest people on all of YouTube, one of the kindest people I know. You support so many people, and you do so with such patience and willingness that anytime you need someone to help you do anything, you just let me know, Danny. Cat says fonts. Thank you, Mary. We got a floating heart. I appreciate that. Someone says, shout out to Danny. I agree, Selma. Shout out to Danny. Mike says, wrong place for that. What's that, Mike? I don't think you're a wrong place for anything, to be honest with you. Got some unicorn vibes. Mary says, I love the live stream. You are a pro. You are a master at it, Mary. Oh, Kat says, as I listen to you, two twin fawns walk by 50 feet away. Awesome. They're so pretty, aren't they? I filmed two today myself. Mike is always happy. I'm always happy to help people. Thank you, Mike. Jared says, we're from first from JR Brain as follows. To love mushy peas or not. They're here to stay. Peas in a pod on the block, smoking a J. Make my mind mushy pea to stop. Much mushy pea stuff. I tried to rap a little bit. You guys couldn't even tell that I was actually trying to rap. Danny says, thanks, Yogi. You're welcome. That was awesome, JR. It says, it's laughing bars with JR. He says, nice JR Jim. Anything you need, Danny. Selma kisses Mary. He says, I think Dombrosius would dye his hair green as a tribute to the meal he recently cooked. Skit says, your delivery was on point, Yogi. You're saying that because you think if you give me a compliment, I'm going to think that I'm a rapper and that I will come up and try to rap on Friday. I'm on to your game, Skits. Mike says, syllables are how to focus on mastering rap. Someone says, you're a rap. Mike Marlon says, only if the color will leave after a few days. Hey, K10, welcome back, my friend. Skit says, no, you're a rapper, bro. I am definitely not a rapper. Not even Christmas presents or birthday presents. I rap nothing. All my presents come in the bag that they come in that they were bought in. There you go. L Dog and I are the same wavelength. Yogi's the best at wrapping presents. Not even that. Do I believe in hedgehogs? No. Fictional creatures. Fictional creatures like hermit crabs, zebras, and penguins. Prashant says, hey, buddy, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. How are you? This conversation has gotten so random because I've gotten so lost in it that I look at a comment and I have no connection to what came before it. But as you guys know, I love random stuff. I love random conversations. Kat says, did you take your supplement? I did, Kat. Thank you. Mike says, I was recording rappers in my basement in the late 90s. So what do you guys think? 90s, the greatest era for rap ever? And here's a question I've never gotten an answer that satisfied me. The difference, if there is a difference, between rap and hip hop. Mike says, oh yeah, supplements. Stephen says, I love hedgehogs. I just can't eat a whole one. I know people who eat groundhogs. It says, Yogi is a rapper, trapper, boom, bapper, the clapper, and a masher. Why I'm still going on, it happens. I tried for you, Skits. Danny says, Cat, I think you forgot to take them. Nope, I got it. It was difficult. Spilled water all over my face when I was trying. Oh, hey, that's a good answer. Rap don't require a beat. Hip hop needs one. Thank you for that. I haven't asked that question for a long time. That's the first answer I think that really sort of satisfied me. Mike says rap is in the lyrics. So you're saying that rap is in the lyrics, hip hop is in the beat? He says, MK, it took you 3 hours to make that. Have you still cooked the peas in a jerry can over some hot coals? Like a true hobo. It says, let's go, youngster. That might be the best that I'm going to be able to do. Jared says, did you say random? Okay, so no more. What's the most amount of mushy peas that you can squat? That is pretty random. And the answer I happen to know offhand. And it's 17 cans of mushy peas on each side. Hey, K10, you're welcome here. Uh, I know you're new, but you can be a good friend. But let's not get personal with our friends. This place, this channel, it's like Switzerland, cold, um, cold and snowy. I don't know. Switzerland is like that. Actually, when I look at Optimum, it's a beautiful country, very green. However, I don't even want to say that we're neutral. Um, Neutral implies sort of that we stay out of stuff, and I largely do try to stay out of stuff, but I will have my friends back, um, and I will have Lucy's back. And I hate blocking anyone. I hate it. I think I've only done it to one person ever, but Lucy's a good friend. I absolutely love Lucy. All of us here do, and it's okay if you do have an issue with Lucy, but this is one of Lucy's home bases. I want Lucy to always feel safe and protected here, as I do with all my other friends. So I'm going to ask you nicely, please, if you want to participate in the conversation, absolutely fine. But if you want to pick on Lucy, I think I'm going to time you out for the night. And it literally, honestly pains me to do so. Let me know what you think, K10. Mike says, Skitsu's back again. That's what Skits is trying to get me to do. Skits says, I disagree. I think music is all art, and art is a self personal to the artist. I myself don't like to limit myself to saying I have to do a song this way or that. It is rap, etc. I'd rather be out of the box. Skits. You want to know my opinion? You have demolished the box. And personally, I like boxes because that's where I put all my stuff. Um, but you have demolished the box. You are Skits. You stand alone. You do your own thing and you're doing it so beautifully. So I'm gonna give me about 10 minutes, and you can help say goodbye to everyone for me. I figured we haven't really had anyone come up uh, all evening. I was gonna say all day, but I think some of you came up this afternoon. So I figured I'd keep it that way and we'll just chat with you guys. Sometimes I get lost in conversations with people when I'm co-live streaming, and I don't get to be in the chat as much. Bye, K10. I did appreciate you being here until tonight. I still appreciate you being here. However, man, we got to take care of our own. Here's the thing: you say I got to take care of my own, but everyone can be our own. Everyone belongs here. Just don't attack each other. There's no, there's really no rules. Or if we did have one, it would be nice. It's not too hard. Give me 1 second, guys. I got to do something. Help someone out real quick. All right, guys. Let's see. Prashant, I love that name, by the way. I'm a dangerous old white man, and my wife is so sick. I wrap my right hand, being rapping for a century mentally. Um, so ahead of this cause, rappers, I got the recipe for destiny. So rest in peace. Lyrics, right? Sorry, I could have done that better. Mary says, gotta go. See you soon. Thank you, Mary, for hanging out with us. He says, Skits Turtle, and left you a message. JR says, yo, let's jump on a. Can't make out that word because my screen is dirty. So I'm embarrassed to say. Yo, let's hop on a rhythm, use Yogi on a Slack, the defense mechanism. Listen to me. My brain is mushy pea. I hope all blessings to see Yogi doing Eminem Friday. I didn't realize that I was supposed to try to wrap that until I started, and then it was too late. I don't think it's going to be Eminem if I do it. I agree, L Dog. Being nice ain't hard. Easy to be nasty, and that's what separates us. The strength to be nice. That was awesomely said. Thank you so much, L Dog. Love is my modus. I hope it can be for all of us. I mean, if you come in here, you hang out for a couple minutes, you get the vibe right away. So if you have an issue with someone, and Lucy didn't even know who, I probably just singled Lucy out randomly. Anyway, I don't like blocking people. I don't even like timing people out. But if I have to choose between someone who I don't really know who's being mean to someone I do know, and choosing that person who I do know who's been nothing but a friend and nothing but loving, I'll choose my friend. Not a hard choice. I don't like having to make a choice like that. But if I have to make it, Lucy, I hope you know I got you back. Hey, Jack Prepper, how are you? Lisa says, even though Anthony has found someone, I would have been friends with him and maybe recruited into something. Absolutely not anymore. He's a total jerk, and his friend is two-faced. Friend backstabbed me. I'm sorry, Lucy. Lucy says, thank you, Eric. Love you, my good friend. You're welcome, Lucy. Here's the thing. You want to know something awesome about Lucy? Lucy knows how I feel about staying open and giving everyone a chance. She took what that guy was saying and she didn't say, Yogi, can you ban him? She didn't want to do something that she thought would make me uncomfortable, even if it meant her having someone say stuff to her. That's the type of person Lucy is. And I recognize that that's the type of person Lucy is. So I never want her to be in that situation. Anyway, taken care of. What's up, Michael? I was out exploring. I saw that the bells. If I can make a suggestion, Michael, the next time you're out exploring cemeteries, pick a more popular president. I thought the bells were phenomenal. We're sending prayers your way, T. Max says, sorry for being absent. I didn't get home until after your stream this afternoon. That's okay, Michael. Jack says, don't give up on Love Lucy. It will come. Thank you, Jack. It says, no worry, Mike Bro. Send me an email if you can't find me. My email is in my channel description. Danny's waving at Jack. Mike says you will find the right one. L Dog says we ban him instead. Absolutely. So by now, you guys know, uh, they'll give people a chance. I don't care if anyone says anything about me. Honestly, zero interest. Sometimes people can say something pretty funny. Someone came in when Jason and I were live co-streaming, and what was it? Squirrel, do you remember the comment? Uh, we look like a before and after experiment that went bad. It was pretty funny. And someone came in once, my all-time favorite, and said that I look like the Spider-Man version that was bit like looked like the version of Spider-Man that was bitten by a regular spider. Which to this day, that was like 2 years ago, and still cracks me up. JR says I could eat another dinner kebab, a bacon bat crisp, and mini snack freezer food, and veg roast full of eggs and mayo. Sorry, Yogi, I'm gonna eat your fridge, and no, I'm the ghost in the mushy snail. Man, my fridge would leave you solely disappointed. You'd see a bunch of leafy greens. You'd see some kale, some broccoli. Um, what else? Right now, that's about it. That's about it. Some of my brother's stuff. Mike says, "Can I share my Facebook link here?" Absolutely, Mike. Mike, you can share whatever you want. So if you're gonna post lyrics and you want me to try to rap it, leave like a leave some kind of mark or something to let me know. Dog says Yogi just got flour in his fridge. Not even that. I really don't have uh, any processed food right now. Not much. A few things. I have they're called Belvita bars. I started eating them when I was ultra running. Christian says, suicidal bar, like the thoughts of my mind. I have the Rolex stream of just lost in time. All right, hold on. Suicidal bar, like the thoughts of my mind. I have the Rolex stream that I just lost. Can't do it. Lost in time. But often will you. I'm on my struggle, still pocket empty. But the semi-ironic till my I can't see that last word. See, here's the thing. That's pretty awesome, but I don't do it justice. That's why I shouldn't rap. Thank you, Mike. All right, guys, we're gonna end things in a minute. Mike, I just added you. So if you get a friend request, you know who it's from. Hey, Rebecca. It says can't click a lick in a vertical screen, bro. Hey, Gravity Core. How are you? Rebecca said hi. Guys, 666 for Ozzy Osbourne, although I think it added up to, what was it, 671? Tyson push ups from our friend Gravity Core Fitness. An awesome tribute to Ozzy. And then he showed off some kicks. Christian says I could have rapped if I had a mic. Hey, Christian, how old are you? Because Friday nights we sort of have a sing along. People are invited to come up and sing on Friday nights, but we don't have any music. And you got to be 18 plus, and you got to be able to show me if you look young. You got to be able to show me that you're 18 plus. Just not taking any chances. 38. Do you look 38 or 30 or even 20? And it says hi, Mark and Joe. Rebecca says skits mushy pea for life. Hey Rebecca, are you gonna have another opportunity to go live with Jace? So Krishan, if you want to come up Friday and do some rapping. I'm hoping to talk Mark, Gravity Core Fitness, into come up and doing some rapping on a Friday night. Rebecca says, yeah, Yogi on Sunday. Awesome, Rebecca. Lucy says, but really, conclusion to my story, that the breaking point of why I need to be less nice and more aggressive, so far it's working. I'm not being taken advantage of anymore. One thing to consider, when I'm nice, and I think I can honestly say I'm pretty much always nice. I'm always kind. I don't know if nice is the right word. I'm always kind. I can't be taken advantage of. I literally cannot be taken advantage of. Michael says, I wasn't really interested in the president that was buried here, just the vibe I got when I walked past it. I can understand that, Michael. Dog says, just looks like Yogi. Yeah, he could be my better looking, more distinguished brother, younger brother. Dog says, the twins when they're streaming. Krishan says, yeah, I'll think about it. Awesome. I'd look forward to having you come up. Mike says, if I go live in about an hour, would anyone join? I will open up the panel. Do anyone I know? I wish I could. That would be fun. I'll be in bed by then. I'll be in bed in about 15 minutes. Well, I'll be getting ready for bed. I still got some stuff to do. Hey, Nikki. Nikki Lee is here. Says, Yogi. Hey, Nikki, how's your watch hours? Dog says, Lucy, you should be more heartless and demand a little more. Make them respect you. Have standards they must meet. Good says, how many peas does it take to mush a yogi? I think only one. And all it has to do is somehow appear on my plate, and that would be enough to completely mush me. PC says, kind of nice. I'm taken advantage of. Not me, but when I'm less nice, people respect me more. And those that have bad intentions stay. I hope it's different. I think everyone here knows that my priority in life is to be kind, and I hope some of you guys have a little bit of respect for me. But guess what? Even if you don't, my priority remains the same. I got to live my life by my standard of being kind and not worry what anyone else does or says. Hey, Nikki, that's awesome. So you over halfway? I haven't seen you live in the morning for a little while. Rebecca says some people think that because someone is kind, it means someone can take advantage of you or take your kindness as weakness. Keep being kind, but set boundaries. I'll be honest, I don't even set boundaries. Doesn't mean that boundaries don't exist, but everything is approached in a very intuitive and spontaneous fashion. Does this feel right? When you can do that, when you can live as by your innate spontaneous nature, then everything is right. It's only when I'm trying to live by set standards and rules. I'm supposed to do this. That's when I get in trouble. Hey, Cheyenne. Nikki says it may go on all different. I have caught one or two. I got used to looking for you in the morning, and it's been a little while. Lucy says, I know you have good intentions, Eric. You're a good friend. Thank you, Lucy. You as well. Mike says, I have much respect for you and your way of talking to others. Thank you, Mike. Good says, why Starshine, what's wrong? Kat says, Yogi, before I forget, I decided to give myself a gift to sleep in so I not be live in the morning. Gotcha, Kat. I understand. And I'm glad you're doing that. I'm glad you're giving yourself that gift. Seppa says, Zen behavior. Good says, Kat, what? You okay? Nikki's going to go live early in the morning again. I'll be on the lookout for you. Tran says, Eric, I emailed you after the live. After the live. Gotcha. He says, Yogi and community, thanks for the company and distraction and love and prayers, etc. Hospital is not a fun place. I know it isn't, T. And I know it was the last place you wanted to end up. So definitely love. L-Dog says, hospital is a weird vibe. Seppa says, cat's doing a squirrel. Sometimes we have to. Veronica says, hope you're okay, Bumblebee. You're amazing. MK says, being nice can also drive the right people away, though. Are they the right people if that can happen? Being nice doesn't necessarily mean not being. What's the best way to say it? Being kind doesn't mean that you let people take advantage of you. Why would you exclude yourself from any kindness? Now, I might extend myself sometimes to the point where sometimes I might feel like I've overextended. I never regret it. And I always remind myself I'm supposed to be kind to myself as well. I'm supposed to cut myself a break. Fortunately, I have someone who reminds me to cut myself a break. So, speaking of cutting myself a break, I'm going to take a break from the live stream. I'm going to get ready for bed. I got my own little sleep hygiene to do. If you guys ever want to talk about sleep hygiene, it's one of my all-time favorite topics to talk about, which involves meditation, it involves breath work, it involves a whole bunch of stuff. It also involves how you get up in the morning, believe it or not. My sleep hygiene starts the moment my eyes open, wake, whatever. Yes, Sniper knows it. Kindness is required no matter what. Now, here's the thing. Sniper is probably the toughest moderator out there. Sniper does not put up with nonsense. But I've never seen him not be kind. I've never seen him offer abuse to someone that he's timed out, no matter how long. I've seen him welcome people back when they come back with an apology and never bring it up again. But he's still watchful. Sniper is an example how to do it. Says it's gonna go, amigo. Much love, everyone. Awesome stream, Yokes bro. Love you, chat. Peace to you, my friend. Lucy says good night, Eric. Good night, Lucy. Rebecca says good night, everyone. Danny says, T, I hope you feel better. Thank you, Danny. Danny says good night, Yogi. Good night, Danny. All right. Sniper says it's all about working things out. It is. All right, guys. I'm gonna see you all tomorrow, 5 a.m. Hey, Kat, let's get my live stream in the morning. You got to sleep in. Sleep in. You know you'll catch me later. See how you feel. He says Sniper is a mazeball, a great block. Yes, I agree. Thank you for that, Rebecca. Agreed. All right. I'm going to see everyone later. Take care. Love you guys.